Hey guys, it's Sarah with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we have a review and install of the Hammerhead Bull Bar in black, fitting your 19 and newer Chevy Silverado 1500, excluding the limited model. This is perfect for the Silverado owner who's looking to add a bit of protection to the front of their truck, as well as setting themselves up for lighting down the road. This bull bar is manufactured from plate steel and features a textured black powder coat finish. It's definitely beefy enough to protect you from brush if you're off-roading, or if you're on-road, it will protect against some minor dings. This bull bar provides a mounting point for a 21-inch light bar, and it is one of the easiest ways to add lighting to the front of your truck. So as far as price goes, this one comes in at around $400, making it a budget-friendly way to add some protection as well as some options for lighting to the front of your Silverado. I'm giving this install a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It features a direct bolt-up install with no cutting required. It just mounts to your tow hooks and can be done within 2 hours. So with that said, let's jump into our install. For this install, you will need a ratchet, a small extension, 18, 17, and 15 millimeter sockets. All right, so the first step in our install is we do need to remove the tow hooks if your vehicle is equipped with them, and then we can install the brackets right in the opening that the tow hook is currently sitting in. All right, so we need to remove the 2 bolts that hold on the tow hook, and on your driver's side, this bolt is also sort of in the way. So while you're at it, we're just gonna take an 18 millimeter socket and remove that bolt. Next up, remove the bolt on the outside. You may want an extension for this one. All right, so now we're gonna grab our 18 millimeter socket again, and we will need an 18 millimeter wrench. It is a little bit easier to put the wrench side on the nut, so that's what we're gonna do. And put our socket on the other side and remove that now. All right, now this is a through bolt through your tow hook, so when you pull the bolt out, your tow hook will be free. So definitely put a hand on that and then pull it straight out. All right, so we're gonna move to the passenger side now. This is the exact same, except you don't need to remove this 18 millimeter bolt. You can just remove the 2 bolts, the one smaller one and the large through bolt. They are on the far side, so kind of opposite of the driver. Grab your 18 millimeter socket, and let's get these out. All right, grab your 18 millimeter wrench and hold the bolt steady on the inside of the frame rail. And then using your 18 millimeter socket, pull the nut on the far side. All right, once the nut is off, you can pull this through bolt. So once you free the bolt to pull the tow hook out, you just pull it down and then clear the bumper. All right, with the tow hooks removed, we can now install the brackets. These are side specific, and if you're not sure, the passenger side should say 5007, be in this configuration. So we're gonna slide it through the hole in the bumper right where the tow hook came out of, and this portion sort of sits into the frame. Sort of maneuver it in and up. And that's where it's gonna sit. Moving on to the driver's side, we have 5008 in this configuration. Do the same thing, slide it through the bumper. Should feel an opening in the frame. You might have to go up a little bit to get it. All right, line up the threaded hole in the bracket with the hole in the frame. There should be 1 on the inside of the passenger side and 2 on the outside of the frame. Grab the included hardware and thread it in. Now you can grab a 17 millimeter socket and tighten these down. You may want an extension to clear this bolt, or you can pull the bolt out like we did on the opposite side. All right, now we're gonna repeat that process on the driver's side. This one is a little different. There are 2 holes on the inside of the frame and 1 hole on the outside of the frame. All right, grab your 17mm socket and tighten these down. Replace the 18mm factory bolt that we took out on the driver's side. All right, with the brackets in place, we can now grab the front of the bull bar and just place it on top of both of the brackets. There should be notches in the bottom of the bull bar. Just line them up with the brackets on there, and it will rest here temporarily, but definitely keep a hand on it until you have a few pieces of hardware in. Make sure you grab a lock washer and washer, and then thread the hardware into the bottom of the bull bar through the bracket. All right, so now if you need the adjustability, you can definitely loosen up those bolts we just put in to the frame of the truck. But wiggling the bull bar around a little bit can get us where we need to go. Repeat that process on the passenger side, installing all 4 bolts. Now using a 15mm socket, tighten these down. Repeat that on the other side. All right, so that is going to do it for the review and install of this bull bar. And for all things Silverado, keep it at AmericanTrucks.com.